Hi guys, my name is John, and today we're going to talk about purpose. Something that we all are trying to figure out in our lives. What is the purpose of my life? It's a very subjective, individual thing for each of us. There are a lot of general purposes that I can say that pretty much cover everybody no matter what, but for most of us that's not enough. We really want to know what is my specific individual purpose. But first of all, let's look at what the general purposes of life are in my research of what I've been looking around, and I completely agree with it. That the general purpose of life, honestly, is to learn and experience things. It's why we're here, to learn as much as we can and gain different experiences. Because, again, through experiences, we continue to learn. That is a very good purpose, I would say. I enjoy learning. I enjoy having experiences. I've done a lot of different things in my life, and it's helped me become who I am. I think that's a very noble purpose. But if you're like me, that's not quite enough to really make me feel that that's solely my individual purpose. And this is something that I feel a lot of people kind of rush into, and they really, especially young people, they really want to, those who do ask this question and think about it, they want to figure it out as quick as possible and just start doing. This is kind of a lifelong process, learning your individual purpose. It takes time, and that's okay. Continue to learn and experience, but as you learn and experience, you can really focus that purpose to suit you individually. And I can say for myself, I learned in my teenage years, one of my kind of purposes, and I can explain that I started learning guitar at the age of 15, and I was really focused on it and driven to it, and it was the first major decision I made in my life that I wanted to be for me. And to this day, I still play guitar a lot. I've played in a lot of bands. I've written a lot of music. I performed. I've done all these things. I knew then that there was some purpose for that in me in my life. But again, the purpose isn't for me personally to just be a musician. That's not the purpose. But if I look further into that, deeper into that, I've been able to discover what that is for me. And what I found, because I'm quite an introverted person, and I feel misunderstood a lot. I feel that it's hard for me to convey to people who I am and all these things. So what I found in music for me is that music is a platform that allows me to express who I am, express my emotions, express sides of myself that are hard to talk about. And I feel like through being able to do that, I'm able to put a piece of art, music out there that somebody can connect with, relate to, and that is, I find people more open-minded to taking in something like that than me just sitting down and having a conversation with them about my particular feelings or things such as that. So that is one of my purposes. And I found that over time, and I found that over learning more about myself. So here's another thing when it comes to purposes. I really feel that the more you get to know yourself, the more you can hyper focus down to what that purpose is. And it's okay to have multiple purposes. It's okay to only have one. And again, at the end of the day, if you're struggling to discover what that individual purpose is for you. We all have a purpose, and again, it is here to experience life and learn. And again, I do believe that to be quite a noble purpose, and that there's nothing wrong with that. This shouldn't be a stressful thing for anyone. I've known a number of people over the years that, even being my age or older, that were really stressed at discovering what their purpose was, and it's not necessary to stress over this. There's just live your life, and you keep learning about who you are, and I can guarantee you're going to discover what this is. Another thing that I used to feel whenever I was first married, that I used to believe in the American dream, and having a good paying job, owning a home, all these things. And at that time, I really felt that what I did for a living defined me. And so I had a career change at that time because my son was born, my first child. And I felt what I was doing at the time wasn't good enough. So I decided to have a career change and do something else that would make me feel more prestigious, and somehow that's my purpose in life. And after doing that for a number of years, I come to realize that no, this is not who I am. This is not my purpose. I wasn't happy. There was no fulfillment in it. But I did realize that experience right there, the choosing to do that, led me to find that purpose. And ultimately that purpose is in me serving others, helping others, encouraging others, inspiring others. It's one of the reasons why I have this channel. I've learned a lot over the years, and I care about people, and I really want to help and encourage others. I appreciate it when people do that for me. So, but this took me years to figure out. This took me years of experience and continued learning to discover that purpose. And even discovering that purpose helped me understand what it was about being a musician that also carried over in expressing myself through music, and knowing that by putting out that expression, that could help somebody who's dealing with something and they feel misunderstood, like I did. Because I know a lot of us as teenagers feel that way, but music really got me through some really tough times. I found songs and artists that really spoke to me and made me not feel so alone. And I just so very much want to give that back. I'm so appreciative of that it is my hope to give that back in my lifetime. So these are just ways of finding purpose. I know it can be hard, but I want to encourage each and every one of you that it's very possible. And if it seems like this is not so important to you, look, we all have purpose in life, and it ultimately is to live your life, experience things, learn more about yourself, learn about others, and ultimately I really feel just help each other. Being kind goes a long way, and it really is a purpose in and of itself to bring kindness and love into this world. The world is a very difficult place at times, and it's very easy for us to be disconnected from each other and not feel like this is a place we want to be. But I think it's a very valuable place to be. This world is a beautiful place. You just have to know how to see it. And sometimes whenever you don't see the light, then you have to be the light. And It's not always easy to do, but it is so worth it, and it is so worth it to learn more about yourself, even if your purpose is just to know yourself more. I think that's a great purpose. You know, you don't have to find a purpose that makes everybody else jealous of your purpose or anything like that. It has nothing to do with anyone else. Your purpose is for you. And as long as you are fulfilled in achieving something that means something to you and is fulfilling to you, then that's what matters. So I hope this information helps. I love you guys. I encourage you to keep seeking, and we're all in this together. And I will see you guys next time.